How's it going, everyone? And welcome to Off the Top with Eric Harrison Red. I'm one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight are.
Your boy P.
And this your man's red.
How's it going, fellas?
It's going pretty fucking good.
Pretty good. Just had a family day riding.
Yeah, pretty
I got
chill.
promotions, employee of the month, store of the month. Just doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you just do baller shit, and it doesn't even
I
phase
swear
you.
I
It's
fucking
like, you know
do,
what?
bro.
I mean, look at the road.
Yeah.
My sister bought me this little Versace Joan, you know what I'm saying? I had to put it on, feel like I'm
Yeah. See, that's the robe you put on when you get fired from your job and like you're rethinking how you're gonna pivot. And then he just got fucking promoted, all this great stuff coming around. And he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend. I'm
You
just,
feel me?
just
I'm
fucking
doing
phase
good
out.
right now. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of news coming, especially out of the gaming space. Some TV shows that we'll talk about, and uh, getting dosed by your bandmate. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's start off with Sony. PlayStation has announced that they are going to be laying off 900 employees, including PlayStation London, which is the studio that handled um, a lot of their VR properties. So
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah, and we have found out that a couple studios, not just the London studio, are going to be affected, including, I believe, Naughty Dog was on the list. So,
Mm.
James, how do you feel about this being a PlayStation guy? I know we haven't talked about it, but it was announced that they said that there's going to be no new big PlayStation IP games until 2025. So, how,
Dang.
how does this make you feel?
Uh I don't feel either way about it. It don't matter to me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I love Sony to death. I am a Sony fan till the day I die. Uh, VR, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to gaming with the console, it it's always been dead to me. I don't know why they even tried that in the first place.
Right.
And because every time you see it or every time I read about it, they never say it's a fully immersed VR gaming. It's a basically you're on the trail and you just react to what's going on. Like
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
a roller coaster type of vibe.
Yeah.
So
On rails. Yeah.
yeah, so it's really nothing special at all. So that makes sense why that's closing. Naughty Dog is actually a really good uh AAA title company for me.
Yeah. The
I don't
Last
know
of
why the hell.
Us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Last of Us, uh Uncharted
Crash.
series,
Yep.
all that shit. So I don't know why the fuck they would, fuck them over. I guess because they ran out of ideas. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good company. So that's a little shocker. I ain't gonna lie. But everything else, I've been seeing it with movies. I've been seeing it with TV shows. They're going through their dips right now.
Yeah.
So, it's about time for the gaming community to get hit with something a little slow. But it
Yeah.
ain't gonna be too bad because motherfucking GTA 5 coming out. So
Oh,
I'm
Six.
GTA
happy.
6. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
six. Damn. That's how long we had it.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
Hmm.
like, we talked about this before in the last episode of like AI and, jobs are, especially in the tech sector, jobs are, you know, everyone's getting cut up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Microsoft did it not too long ago. So I'm pretty sure Xbox was affected in some capacity, but a lot of studios are closing. Like it's a cycle that always happens, but I believe they said that Sony was doing it because their sales didn't meet their expectations with the console. So they okay, let's tighten the belt a little bit. Which I
Hmm.
mean, no one's console sales, with the exception of Nintendo's, were that stellar.
Facts.
Especially during COVID, you couldn't even find one for the most part.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
Hmm.
it's kind of weird for them to say like, oh, it's because of this one reason when we act of God thing
Multiple
happened,
reasons.
like in
Yeah.
2021.
Right.
But yeah. What
Yes.
about you, P? As a Microsoft Xbox owner, how do you feel about this?
I mean, for the most part, I mean, sound like you said, they're gonna be tightening the ship until the next system come out. It sounds like they just on hiatus, not trying to really divvy out their budget until they can create the PS6.
Yeah, just so
So
like
the next
coasting.
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Naughty Dog, are they like closed, like,
No, no,
or
no, 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 no. The only studio they announced that was legit, everyone was gone and they were closing was the PlayStation London studio. Um, and it was kind of messed up because there were pictures of the CEO. I forget what his name is, but the CEO of PlayStation went to those offices and took pictures with everybody like the week before, and no one knew at the time that they were all going to be let go. So it
He
was
was
kind of
like,
kind of shitty. But
So can Naughty Dog be bought out and be brought over to
oh,
Microsoft,
ooh,
or
hey,
he
yo,
couldn't?
chill out, chill
he's
out.
talking some sinister
You're
I
shit.
mean,
doing
you
too
got to think
much.
about it.
You're
If
doing too
PlayStation
much.
if PlayStation had to tighten their budget, couldn't
Yeah,
Microsoft just say, "Hey, we got money over here, just buy the
yeah.
whole
Well, I mean,
shit"? Because we already got Crash Bandicoot.
yeah, yeah. You're right, but I don't think they will, because
Flex
Satya
on them.
Nadella. Well, yeah, Satya Nadella is the CEO of Microsoft, and he allowed the big purchases of like ZeniMax and Bethesda, like those big major studios that cost billions of dollars. And Microsoft's numbers are down. I don't think Satya Nadella is going to say like, "Oh, we gave you all this money and the okay to purchase these companies. Let's give you a little more to buy some other ones." It's like, no, no, no. We
Yeah,
want to see a return on investment first
facts.
before we let you do that. But yeah, I don't get me wrong. I agree. As a place or as an Xbox player, Naughty Dog would be a kind of crown jewel, like
Not
to
too
go
much.
after of a
Not too
studio.
Because you
much.
got to think about it. It's like they just hanging out there at this point, right? Like Naughty Dog, like obviously their brand is still out there, but they don't have an overhead person to keep creating games, right? Is that how that shit work?
No, no, no. They still do. That's the thing. We have no idea what they're really working on right now. So they said PlayStation announced that like no big IP is coming out this year. So you would have to believe they're working on something. We don't know yet.
Crazy big.
Like they've been doing the remake action for a while with Last of Us. They've been remaking those like crazy. So is it a new IP? Is it a sequel to The Last of Us Part Two? Like we don't know. So I have to imagine Naughty Dog is cooking something. But
Is Naughty Dog, do they got their finger like into the HBO one that's live
yeah,
action?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the director? Neil Druckmann wrote the game. So
I
like
know he was talking about what that ain't
that
gonna come out for
story.
another 2, 3 years, right? Like
Yeah,
real
yeah,
life years.
yeah. And
Hmm.
that one again, shooting restrictions with the strike that we talked about
Yeah. They
before.
fucked up everything.
Yeah.
They need to
Microsoft, do
hurry that
y'all do
up
y'all
because he
job?
about to do his Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. That's another thing with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He's getting pulled in a lot of different directions. It's going to be interesting to see what he has to turn down for the future. But
Man, he literally became like a fan favorite like overnight, bro.
yeah,
Everybody loved his energy, and then he got some authentic reactions to everything, bro. Like when you see people, you be like, oh yeah, he's up there. He know he gonna get it.
yeah, he's
This
a
guy is up there, but he don't feel like he's up there yet. So everything is like shocking to him,
yeah, he's
and I love that.
very likable.
Yeah,
Very
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 likable,
very
bro.
charismatic guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, DMP, like when they're down, he's like, yeah, can we buy Naughty Dog? Like no
Hey,
Disrespectful.
no hesitation.
I mean, because all right, only reason why I'm saying it is because Microsoft really ain't coming out with games like that, like single player big hitter games. So I mean, you might as well just put everything under the same umbrella, put it on Game Pass, call it a day.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait, quick question.
yeah.
Who made Destiny?
Destiny was made by Bungie, the same guys that
Ah, yeah,
made
y'all took
the
Bungie. Fuck
original
y'all.
Haley. No.
Okay.
Sony has Bungie,
What?
to my knowledge. Yeah. So they produced all the way up to Halo 3, and
Hmm.
then they went independent. So that was like a partnership they had with Microsoft. They went
Oh,
independent. They started what was the game you just said? Destiny.
yeah, Destiny.
And I'm pretty sure they were purchased by Sony at one point, and like they made almost all their stuff exclusively for Sony. Let me double check.
I could have sworn y'all had them motherfuckers.
I mean, it's on Game Pass for sure.
Yeah, they completed the acquisition in July 2022. But that's the thing. Destiny is a multi-plat. It makes sense for them to have that on other platforms
Yeah.
for 3.7 billion.
Damn.
It's not bad. Now,
Wait,
yeah, I
y'all bought
just
them, right? Or us?
Sony did. Sony bought them.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
like you say us, like like you're part of their allegiance for real.
For real. And I got all 3 systems, bro. It's just I gravitate heavily to that PlayStation, bro.
Yeah.
What's something that Nintendo got besides Zelda that's popping right now?
Mario, bro. Fuck are you talking about?
What's the next Mario game? The only thing I seen was Mario Galaxy 2 or something.
That could be it. Mario Kart, any of the family Mario games. You got Super Smash Bros. That's never going anywhere. That's a
They made another one.
heavy. No, they
Oh,
just be
no.
updating it.
Yeah, they keep adding characters like crazy.
Yeah,
Confidence
it's kind of
say
like Fortnite. They fucked around and add Metal Gear Solid, bro.
Hmm.
Oh, I can't wait till that come out. Metal Gear Solid Beta. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, did you? We talked about it last time. Did you play the Final Fantasy
Rebirth.
Rebirth?
I did. I did into the demo.
That was a
I'm
lot. Okay.
watching the Let's Play of it right now. That shit fire. I ain't gonna lie. Because it got some cutscenes from the ones from like the original one. They be like, damn. So it's like you can actually feel the emotions now that you can hear them talk.
Yes.
Versus just reading the text and seeing the little blocky face and stuff like that. So it hits a little bit different. Like obviously now that it's Rebirth, they're going off the beaten path because it's a new like destiny or whatever for them because of all the whispers. Well, I ain't trying to spoil it too much, but from the end of the first game, the whispers did their little thing after they fought Sephiroth and shit like that. So now Rebirth is a quote unquote new untouched story, even though they got some parts that's similar to the original.
Yeah.
But it's not like bar for bar.
Yeah, I'm about to say that same thing. It's not bar for bar, but it for sure got this. It got the same lore, same villages, same people, shit like that, but slightly askew.
Yeah, I always preferred that. Like even how like Resident Evil handled their remakes.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that they add new stuff because if I'm someone that played the original, I don't want to. I want to be surprised still. Like I still want to find stuff that I didn't see the first time. And usually a lot of the times it's like, oh, we were able to do this because we weren't able to before. Like the technology wasn't there, or the budget wasn't there for whatever reason. Like it's like cool. Like give me another reason to play it other than I love this game.
Yeah, because if you're doing a complete remake, that bitch better be $30. For real.
Right.
The only thing I don't like about Final Fantasy is that they cutscenes. You could be killing people with one hit, and then you actually go to fighting them. You gotta kill a little mushroom with like 300 hits when Sephiroth just team
slash.
But then when you play with Sephiroth, because you can actually play with him now, you still gotta do like 300 combos to kill a person. But the cutscene, he just killed like a wave of them. But this one particular one is that dude.
Yeah.
So
gotta make it interesting for you.
Man, skip all that. I want to be strong. If you're gonna show strong in the cutscene, I want to be strong as I'm playing. But
okay.
Right. Yeah, like what is it, Force Unleashed? They did that pretty well.
Oh my god, that was my most favorite Star Wars game.
That was the best one.
Well,
one or two?
They're both good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was the one you get to play Darth Vader. I think that was what, 1?
Yeah, you start out with him on Kashyyyk, and he's killing Wookiees left and right.
You actually felt powerful. Like when you walking down and like the stormtroopers and everybody fear you, you can feel it because you can choke anybody.
Yeah.
You just aim at them like, oh, I got you.
Gotcha.
Right. Like what? You breathe wrong? Got you, bitch.
Yeah. Well, no, it's actually a good segue because that game was produced by Electronic Arts. EA also had cuts come. 670 workers were let off. So yeah, like again, like we said, it's like a cycle. Like it's not uncommon for one to do it, and then the dominoes start falling for everybody else. But the reason why EA's is for me, it was a big deal, was because Respawn, who EA owns, Respawn is the same studio that made Titanfall, Apex Legends, those games. They also made Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. They were working on a Star Wars IP game that was a first-person shooter, story-based game based on The Mandalorian. That was canceled as a result of these layoffs.
I heard about that.
So we won't be.
I heard they're making it 3 too, a Jedi 3.
Yeah. That the sequel to I think Fallen Order, Survivor. The sequel to that is still that's not touched. That's still going to be continuing. But the game that they were working on, it seemed like they were. I don't want to say like almost going to release it soon, but they were pretty well into development and they canceled it. It's not seeing the light of day, which
Disney
is
still over all
shitty.
that, right? Like the video games too. They over that.
I think so.
They still make some, but EA is the big publisher that Disney's like, hey, like here's the IP. Give us some ideas. We'll okay them, and then you produce it.
So since the comics aren't quote unquote canon, can they still go back and make those games, or they can't touch them at all because of Disney?
That's a Disney decision, so I don't know. I mean,
there's some stories out there, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I think was it the Embracer Group? I can't be sure. They were talking about remaking Knights of the Old Republic, and I think that got scrapped.
Dog, that would be lovely with today's graphics.
Oh yeah, like can you imagine those cutscenes? Like
man, because I wouldn't even have a good side. It's straight evil from the jump. Straight.
You see my robe.
Dog, because the double lightsaber when you got them boys, oh my god, the double red, man.
But yeah, this is par for the course for EA. I think a lot of Star Wars fans that have been playing games for years. EA has done this a few times where they've had a game look like it was going to come out and then they canceled it. I think the last one was like 1313. You played a bounty hunter on Coruscant and they actually had gameplay footage and it looked fucking sweet. And then it's not coming out. So people were kind of pleading with Disney, like give the rights to somebody else to make these games because EA is dropping the ball, but I mean some of them have been good, like the Battlefront games. I don't think anyone will deny those are fun games.
Yeah.
Is inflation like what's causing all these layoffs?
No, honestly, it's when one company says they're going to do it, everyone else feels like, oh well, we should be doing this too.
Yeah.
So then there's no real reason for it because a lot of these companies profits are up. Like I don't think that Sony overall profit was down, but the sales they were expecting for PlayStation 5 were, and they thought that was a good enough reason.
Man, imagine going to school all these years just to put 10, 15 years in just to get laid off.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Because that's what they really be doing, bro. They're like we projected 900 million, we made 800 million, which is still a great profit.
Yeah,
we think we can make another 800 million with less people.
Yeah,
because that's what our job do. It's called a swing. You will literally say we project y'all to make $1,000, right? Or just $15,000 this week. Boom. We do 15,000 this week with slightly lower hours. They say your productivity was good. So now do that same thing with less hours again. And we're gonna try to cut here and cut there and just get the maximum profit. That's what business be doing.
Yeah.
If you can do it once, they're gonna make you do it again.
Yeah. Same thing with quotas. I'm not gonna say what particular factory does this, but I may have heard tell of some factories saying, hey, don't work too hard to try to reach that number because they're going to expect it tomorrow. Maybe take your break a little earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say where these alleged factories are, but it happens.
That's Detroit fucking traffic people. The people that do the roads.
Oh yeah.
That's their ass. I heard they gotta keep I heard they misuse a lot of their materials or blow the budget out of proportion so they can keep getting that same amount over again.
Oh yeah. Well, hell, the fucking the what's the word, the big agencies like the CIA, NSA, FBI, they are given a budget every year, right? And so at the end of the year, when it's time for them to, all right, tell us what you spent, they'll say like, oh, we still haven't spent this budget. Everyone will tell you, then fucking spend it on something, because if you don't spend it and give it back to them, they're going to give us that much less next year.
Yep.
So you better spend it. We want to keep that budget high.
Facts.
But yeah, going back to
so Microsoft buy Naughty Dog.
Keep
that money rolling.
They don't have money budget.
Hey, make it a budget.
Another studio that had bad news was 505 Games. They announced that they were closing a series of offices around the globe. The reason why they're important is because they hold the rights to the franchise Control, which was a big game made by Remedy Entertainment. They
Mm-hmm.
sold those rights to Remedy, so Remedy now has Control, and they will be able to make sequels of that without having to worry about another studio, which is good for me because I love Control. That was my game of the year when it came out in
Okay.
2017. But yeah, for
Damn,
$17
been that
million,
long?
they got the
17
rights for that.
billion?
Million.
Million. I'm about to say,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Oh hell no. Like
The game wasn't that damn big. Hold on.
yeah. Yeah, so they have the rights. 505 will remain the publisher until 2024, but good news if you are a fan of Control, looks like you'll be getting some more of that later. What else here? Oh, this came back. We talked about this last week. It is the end of Apple's car project. We talked about AI and how Apple was
Mm-hmm.
trying to dip their foot in that with their new technologies. After spending $10 billion trying to make the Apple Car a reality, Apple said, you know what? Let's not do this. And they have canceled the project. Which you're probably thinking, oh man, bad news for Apple. No, this was like a drop in the bucket of their cash reserves. They were able, like, they were close
That's what
to
I'm
it.
thinking of myself. I'm
Uh,
like, you
they,
wasted all that money
they're
and
close
time and
to a
technology.
they're close to $1 trillion company. This is nothing for them. But yeah, like, do you guys want to see like the self-driving cars in the future, or the electric car wave? Like, do you guys want to see that, or do you think it's not going to happen?
Fuck no.
No.
I, well, Pete, you are into the cars now. So you've been big dogging it for a few weeks now. Can you really imagine that just driving you around? I feel like it'll take away a part of me. You feel me?
For me, honestly, I wouldn't mind it only because that drive I did to Texas gave me PTSD. I hate driving now. Any
Okay,
long
now that's a long ass
distances,
time.
yeah, any long distance, even from here, Saginaw to Detroit, I hate it with a
Yeah.
passion.
It wasn't that bad.
So
I don't
yeah,
trust all the drivers. I need to my damn self. I don't trust them people.
hey, if
Yeah.
AI could do that, we can. I mean, if all right, I'll put it like this: eventually, it's gonna get there, regardless if we like it or not. So if it can be a quality of life improvement where it's less accidents because you have all AI under one umbrella, everybody can see traffic before you even have it. All power to them. But if you got somebody who's trying to road race, then they can just be poo pooed off the street. Like AI can just bump their ass off. If you can make this safer, keep it that way.
Hmm.
I'm a road racer. What are you talking about?
Then you had to go ahead and be in your little circle then, where you
Yeah.
only could drive between the hours of 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Other than that, your car got to be automatic.
Oh no, I can't fuck with
Sorry,
that.
James.
Nah, I
Only
doubt
because I
that.
got a family,
Yeah.
and being a family man, I'm thinking about my child being able to see adulthood. And if you take less people off the street who's driving extra fast, it makes it a lot better.
Your ass be driving extra fast.
Nah, I stay like over. If anything, I'm over the speed limit about 5 miles.
Yeah.
You
I get
told
up to
me
the speed limit kind of quick, but that's about it.
the acceleration is fast,
Yeah, I
but you
get
stay
there.
over
So I,
five.
hey, green light. I'm getting to that 35 miles an hour room, and then I'm staying there.
So it ain't no point in time y'all both have like did 100.
Yeah.
I did it in not in this truck, but I did it in my Malibu. I think the fastest I ever went was like 125.
What's the fastest you went, E?
Like 110. It was like
So
on the highway,
do you feel that rush like every now and then? Like, do you want to do it again? Because this car gonna take it away.
Well, here I'll say it like this. That rush is fun, but I don't want to die. Does that make sense?
Nah, that's okay. For me, it's
And then on
okay.
top of that, you always got that threat of a police just being there. So it's not like
Yeah.
you could just do it all the time. Only
Yeah,
time I really
it's
go
not
that
all the time.
fast is when it's like 6 or 7 cars deep in all 3 lanes going fast. That's the only time I
Yeah.
really do it. If
Yeah,
I'm if
traffic's
I'm single, no, it's not
yeah,
happening.
traffic dictates
Damn,
the speed. That's the thing. Like, when you see these
I
videos
do
like
that a
on
lot.
when you see the videos like on TikTok or Instagram of like dudes like weaving in and out of traffic, like to me, I don't think that's cool. Like in my head, I'm like, just buy, a pass to go on a track for the day. Like
Hmm.
just if you really want to like let your car just off the leash, do it there. Don't do it when there's Nancy picking up her kids from soccer practice. Like come on.
Mm.
I mean, plus honestly, like it doesn't get talked about enough. Old people driving fucking terrify me. Like
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they
They
are
do
But
so
not
them
see
they
you.
need AI.
they are
Their reaction time is
oh,
very slow.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they're half deaf. They can't even hear you when you're hanging on the horn. No, I
Mm-hmm.
swear to God, one time I was driving and I'm on the far left lane, and this dude is right next to me, and he puts his blinker on and he starts going. I'm like, I'm fucking there, and I'm like going into the shoulder. I'm like, dude, I'm wailing on the horn. I'm like fucking gesturing to the window.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucking here, So I got behind him and I went to the side of him and I'm looking through the window like, what the fuck? And he's just,
Wait, still no
yeah, like
reaction?
yeah, like none of that ever happened. Like he no periphery, nothing triggered or
Mm-hmm.
anything. I'm just like, God damn.
I've always said old people should not be
And the thing
driving.
is, that dude did not look that old. He looked maybe like 62 tops. Like he did not look like, like
That's
nothing like that.
retirement years.
Yeah, I was like,
Need to retire that
God
license
damn.
too.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why I say if it's gonna go there, make an age limit for driving. Like 20, well, I wouldn't even say 21, like 25
Yeah,
to 25 to 55. You got 30 years. Because anything higher than that reaction time is going slow. Then you got the younger people on the other end who think they super quick, and they try
Yeah.
they fuck up even worse.
yeah,
Because obviously you got the young kids who's trying to show off because they got driver's license. They finally just be able to drink. They, I could drink and drive. And then you got the older people who just slow at the reaction time. So if you can just go
yeah.
away with that, just call it a day.
Yeah, with actual like AI though, my issue with it is I don't like how a lot of these companies that are like dipping their toe into the space, how they're just kind of like, all right, this is a beta, try it out, tell us what you think. Like to me, you guys should be testing this more on your own,
For sure.
privately instead of because that's what Tesla did, and is either Tesla or Ford did it in the state of California, where they said, all right, we're releasing this self-driving thing. It'll update, but it's a beta. That was the key word. It was a beta. So if something bad happened, they couldn't be blamed for it. And accidents happen all over. A bunch of people died. And it's like, ooh, we got a lot of good data, but it's like people died, man. Like you should have
Mm-hmm.
never released it in the first place.
That's why I don't fuck with that type of shit, bro.
Yeah,
You can hack my damn car next to you and just send me to 50,000 people.
yeah,
But like you said, when it comes to that beta test driving shit, that's all I hear.
yeah,
When they bring out new technology, that's why it takes so long to perfect it, because 50 fires happen a day. This building burned down because the sensors didn't read it right, or that stuff like that.
yeah.
I'm not ready for that. I
Yeah.
trust my reaction way better than AI.
And well, you're young too. But when you get into 60s, you gonna still feel that way, but you ain't gonna have it like that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like
It's just human nature.
if
You ain't gonna
if
have it like that.
if they refine it to the point where like okay, like we've been able to narrow down crashes to like a percent, like 1% of drivers that use the self-driving feature have accidents. If they
Hmm.
can narrow it down like that, which is astronomical, but for argument's sake, let's say they do that, I
Yeah.
would totally say, hey, it's the jitterbug for old people for cars. Like if like take my grandparents for example, they have really bad eyesight, especially in the dark. If they have an option where like, oh shit, our book club or whatever ended late, and they have the option to press a button on their car and it takes them home safely, that's great. But where it's at right now, I don't trust that shit. Like,
Not
And
even.
then I was gonna say to that, if they can make the cars more durable as well.
Nah.
'Cause I know
no.
he had no, not to the durable.
No.
Well, no. When you make them more
Cost too much
durable, you
money.
make them more dangerous in the event of
Hmm.
an accident.
Well, if they're
You know.
AI, they can't go past a certain speed. They ain't
Oh,
gonna go past
you're talking about like putting them on like rails, like of what they are capable of doing.
No, stronger
no
materials.
stronger material.
And
Like
that's
if
gonna
you if
cost
the if
more.
the if the AI,
Yeah,
I mean it's AI. It's gonna cost 6 figures anyway.
They're gonna try to cut costs wherever
yeah.
they can. This is business,
Well, shit. Then don't even look at AI then.
you know?
Well, I mean that's where it's going. I mean, with electric cars, like it is an eventuality that the cars you get are gonna all have some sort of AI, like OnStar was. Every
Hmm.
car had OnStar, But yeah, it's it's weird, you know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But
Well, no,
So
I
what
mean,
you feel
like,
about flying cars then? I mean, I'm obviously it's like 200-300 years down the future, but
I got one in the
yeah.
backyard. Fuck you talking about?
I don't think it's that far into the future.
Yeah, I got one in the backyard. You see this damn jacket? Yeah, yeah.
But I think with flying cars that people don't worry about is that we're already kind of getting into that with like all the drones. You know, a lot of shipping and receiving companies have access to use drones in some capacity. Hell, Domino's for promo for a couple times they were delivering pizzas with the drone. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fine when you think about it. Like, oh, that'll be cool. Somebody will be able to do that. But do you realize how filled with traffic the skies are going to be
It's
and how
gonna be
dangerous it's
terrible.
going to be
Yeah.
when you have to
pigeons gonna
worry
be getting
about
messed up.
yeah, you got to worry about wildlife, you got to worry about UPS, you got to worry about FedEx, you got to worry about, you know,
Mm-hmm.
people commuting to work, like all trying to find open space to fly in. It's not going to be
Yeah,
safe. It's
because
going to
where's
be
the set lines gonna be at?
yeah.
It's not like roads where we can say, all right, I gotta get on 8 Mile,
Well, they
gotta get on
probably gonna have
7
it like
Mile.
how air traffic control, where you have to be at certain levels. Like, everybody fly at different levels. They probably gonna have it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. But
And I
still,
feel,
it's
yeah, it's too
I mean,
much.
obviously, when it first come out, it's gonna be trash, but eventually they gonna get all the kinks. But like,
yeah.
if you are a piece of delivery service, you probably gonna be only able to go 100 feet.
Yeah.
Anything else, higher.
I don't trust it. Like you're on the highway and like the car in front of you's tire falls off, like, oh shit, they got to the side of the road safely. Fine, crisis averted. But if fucking John from next door forgot to fuel up his goddamn jet car, like, oh shit, like, that's a
I'm pretty sure
bit
it's
more
gonna probably
severe.
be. It's probably just gonna be all electric at that point.
And then think about this too, bro. Not only is it accidents in the sky when they crash
Yeah,
coming
but
down to Earth.
they gotta land somewhere.
Yeah. It's another accident right there.
And they're gonna probably have, like, if you crash, they're gonna have like one of those. What was the thing off Battlefront? The little boat, inflatable. It's gonna probably be one of those
Yeah.
that come
And
out.
still smack somebody's house.
A bunch of parachutes just shoot off of it and some
Yeah,
airbags.
parachutes. There you go.
Yeah, scary future. Scary future.
Bring me
Okay.
back to he's all me.
Moving on to yes. With the way AI is going, soon we're going to be able to like just run to work at 60 miles an hour. You know,
Man, that'd be so hype.
with our robot knees.
Damn.
You just
All right.
jump, be like the Hulk.
Moving on to some. You guys hadn't heard this story. I was telling James a little bit about it. So there's a band called Nashville-based band called Llarona. They parted ways with their vocalist. His name is Diego on Instagram. You know how like when a band or an artist announces something on Instagram, it's like black with the white text. And it's usually saying "We're so sorry." So they announced that they fired their lead singer Diego because he was dosing a member of the band, the bassist, with estrogen.
Wait, what?
In a plot to steal his wife.
What?
So he was making him a little bitch so he can come in masculine and take his wife?
Yes. So Diego found out that the bassist was taking like pre-workout regularly. So he would slip in estrogen. He did it for 5 months, hoping that it would transition him into more of a female body type and that he would swoop in and steal his girl.
What does she look like? She must be fine as hell.
And this is the actual post that you could find on Instagram, I believe. It was written on a notes. Yeah, we decided to part ways with Diego. Stupid caveman mindset that makes zero sense. But yeah, you can go ahead and look this up. It's on Instagram. But yeah, fellas, what do you think about this warfare going on?
Shit, that's a lawsuit.
Biological.
That's a lawsuit. Yeah, that's lawsuit. That's fighting. That's everything.
5 months.
Fighting. Yeah.
I wonder why my titties got so big.
Man, nut shrinking, all that.
He's like, have you noticed anything different? And he's got his hand on his hips, like, nah, nothing. Like, my lower back hurts though. Yeah, but yeah, that was
crazy.
That mess like with his obviously mess with his hormones, but damn,
exactly
that mess up his sex drive, all that.
So Is that the craziest story you've heard of a guy saying, "All right, this is how I'm going to get this girl"?
I mean, I
Because
would have rather him just like straight up whoop his ass to take his. Like, what you gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Fight for
wait
the fittest.
I'm gonna wait a year. Like you plotting at this point.
5
Just go behind the motherfucking back and just take her. Shit.
Yeah.
And let me sing to you, baby. What's up?
I would rather you just whip his ass and take
The
his
only
girl.
thing he can do is play these strings, so I can play with something else.
That's crazy.
Nah.
Yeah, that shit.
I just heard some wild shit before, but not basically drugging them.
Yeah.
So, all right, I put it like this: to think on the other end, for him to even have this idea, the wife must be, advertising it in some fashion.
They don't gotta be advertising. He just something he won't. He could be that crazy.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
So you don't think
Yeah.
she's entertaining that?
Yeah,
either?
yeah. No. If a guy's willing to do some crazy shit like this, it's a very good likelihood that she was just sitting there in a fucking hoodie going, "Hey guys,"
Yeah.
like nothing crazy.
Nah, she gave him that
gotta
side
look
eye,
at
like, "What's up?"
That means it would have been easier for him to hit. You know what I'm saying? For him to go years ahead to plan this, they must got a structured family. It must be some love there. It got to be something strong.
Yeah.
For him to say, I got to break this down from the inside out.
Yeah. If a guy's willing to plot like this for 5 months, then like he would plot to kill you. Like
Yeah,
That's what I was
he
saying.
would, for
That's
sure.
what I was saying. I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm like,
yeah. He would definitely be like
you
if
put
his
money
buddy
into
was
this.
if he told his buddy he was doing this at the bar and he's like, "Oh, estrogen? Why don't you just cut his brake line?" He'd be like, "You can do that?"
You know what?
He's
It's
like,
not a bad idea.
it's faster than 5 months,
Man.
But yeah, moving on. This one pissed a lot of people off, rightfully so.
Okay.
Wendy's announced that they are going to be testing out in a couple places a price surging option at some of their stores. So high frequency times, the prices of their burgers could go up to $7 to $10, and then at slow times, the price will go down. Again, rightfully so. Everybody was like, "That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard."
Yeah.
And it's sad because it kind of looks like other places are going to be looking at this hoping that it does well, and they're going to try and implement it.
You
And
know
from
what?
the research I've seen, they doing it because that's what Uber Eats and DoorDash do. At high times, they get charged more.
Yeah.
Like lunchtime, lunch rush, they get charged more. Even though it's the same product, the services to get it is higher.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's gonna make Uber Eats and DoorDash even more?
Yeah, that's the only reason why they're doing it.
Fuck no.
That's why they started it. And
Okay,
Wendy's
so
having to
listen,
be the
right?
first person to try it out.
I'm looking on this on both ends. You feel me? It's terrible for us, right?
Yeah.
But as
consumer.
an employee, will I get paid more in peak time? It only makes sense.
Hell no, you ain't getting
I
paid. more.
doubt it. I honestly
Hell
doubt it.
no.
But like, just keep it real with yourself, right? If let's say the price of it automatically was just $20 for a burger, you feel me? That's a higher end place. That means you got to offer higher end wages. So for those hour, confinement, I feel like from 5 to 7 or 5 to 9, bitch, I need $17 an hour over here.
You would think that.
I don't think it's I like where your head's at because that is what I think we all that should happen.
As the owner, you ain't.
But as the
doing
owner, it's like you're only responsible for selling X amount of burgers. It doesn't matter how much they cost. I worry about that.
Because you got to think a lot of these places are in the individual franchises.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So if they got to come out more in general, like I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably do this because they trying to fight to get to that 15 minimum wage.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, this for sure gonna happen because you got to cover the cost for the employees you already have.
Yeah.
Plus the product and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up Uber Eats and what was the other one, DoorDash, because when they do it, they originally started that with their like Uber was doing it with their ride sharing, taking food out of it. And that made sense when Uber was just starting out, when you didn't have as many drivers on the road. Like, you are more valuable because a lot of people are asking for rides, and because you're willing to drive, we're going to pay you more. It was to help the driver. It doesn't make sense anymore when there are a lot of drivers. Like you're not as rare as you were,
There's
so
no
like,
incentive to doing
yeah,
this
yeah.
shit.
So like, will it help them with the tip part? Yeah, I'm sure they get a little bit more thrown their way on. I mean, when I think of like getting an Uber, it's usually when I don't want to drive home from the bar or the club or whatever, So I tip like an idiot anyway because I'm drunk,
Yeah.
I've got a couple drinks in me. But when you have a bunch of guys driving doing the same thing, you're like I said, you're not rare. There's no reason to do the price surging, So I hope it fails. I hope it falls flat in his face.
Miserably.
I hope people have the hindsight to say, oh, let's not go to these Wendy's, like let's flag their addresses all over so people know don't go there.
Oh, that'd
Don't
be a good one.
yeah,
Yelp would
don't
go
even
crazy.
yeah, don't even, give them the satisfaction of, oh well, some people came. Like, no, dead,
Yeah.
protest in
Paris,
front of
lead
that
them
shit.
reviews, P. Lead them reviews, bro.
It's gonna be tough because you got to think about it. When you got corporations who only have a certain amount of lunchtime, it's gonna happen regardless. Because people that don't make lunches at home obviously gonna go to these places.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
if Wendy's started, McDonald's gonna follow suit. KFC gonna follow suit. All the fast food chains are gonna follow suit
Yeah.
because they know lunch rush is between 11:30 to 12:30. Then you got the other rush when you got dinner rushes, where you got the 5 to 7 crew. So yeah, the workers gonna be working hard and shit, but like it's gonna be real tough to just say, oh yeah, we're not going there when a lot of people don't even know how to cook.
Yeah.
So you gotta talk to those people who are like, hey, if we all learn how to cook at home, obviously it's gonna put a damper on things. But
Yeah.
it's too many people out here that don't know how to
I
cook
agree.
or got a family that can't afford to
Yeah. It
do all
it
that.
scares me, not even in the food space. I feel like it's going to get bigger than that. Like, I feel like you're going to see a lot of retailers that say, oh, a lot of people go to Best Buy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, surge pricing. You know,
Best Buy?
UPS, FedEx could say, oh, well, a lot of people deliver their packages on Friday, surge pricing on Fridays.
Gas already
I,
do that now too.
I
if
feel
you
like a
want that
lot
bitch
of,
before the weekend,
yeah, I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of places are going to be able to going to see this and say, "Oh, look, this is proof that people want this. Let's start implementing it ourselves." And I
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm saying I hope it fails, because there are a lot of corporations watching Wendy's just to say, "Hey, maybe there's something we could probably do."
yeah,
And I hope it
everybody
I,
just want more money and more
yeah,
money and more money.
hope it fails.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because before Pete was about to say it gotta be, it's mainly gonna be around corporate breaks. I was about to say, fuck it, let's just go around the surgeon. But I did not think my job, I could take breaks whenever I want to, so I
Mhm.
can hit it up at the
Yeah.
lowest time. But a lot of these, you're right, a lot of these corporate places, it's locked in at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, you're big employers that have a lot of
Yeah,
people going to get something to eat at the same time.
damn.
Yeah, it kind of
Mm-hmm.
reminds me, there was a TV show called Bar Rescue, and
Yeah, I like that show.
they had a bar on Wall Street, and they had a similar idea where they had a stock market ticker that went around the whole bar, and it was the prices of the shots that you could buy.
Okay.
And if enough people ordered a particular shot, you could cause a stock market crash, and the price would go down to its lowest available price for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it incentivized people to go after that one particular drink so that everyone could get it cheaper after that. And that makes sense. Inevitably, it does help the consumer. But when you're just trying to get home and get a meal in you before you have to go back to work or something, it's like, how is that going to help the consumer at all?
Yeah.
It's,
That's gonna make
Mm-hmm.
me stray away from your
yeah,
fucking
it's gonna be like,
company.
shit. It's honestly gonna be better for me if I don't eat lunch today. I'll eat when I get home.
Facts.
Like it sucks.
But
But then you
then
got
the
that dinner
company,
rush.
but then you got the companies that won't do it. They gonna have commercials.
Yeah,
We don't price gouge over here.
yeah,
Come over here, guys. That's gonna be
Hey,
the easiest fucking
yeah.
commercial.
I can see Culver's doing that shit. Like, oh, like because all their commercials, if you don't know, James, they're all like in the middle of a farm. It's all like
Yeah.
farm to table type thing. And it's like,
Okay.
hey, we're not trying to gouge you. We're not a bunch of city slickers. Just get a nice tasty butter burger.
You feel
mm,
me?
they high as hell already, but them motherfuckers good though. I ain't gonna lie. Them boys, ooh, you get that bite, you get that drip.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You would think we're sponsored by by Culver's, but we're not. It's just a good ass
Man.
burger.
And then they got them
That's
concrete
crazy.
shakes. Ah,
You said what kind of shakes?
concrete, like it's like a blizzard.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. but it's
Concrete.
it's like a custard. It's
Oh yeah, it's
more
thick.
more
It's
butter content than regular
God
ice
damn
cream.
thick, boy.
Yeah, I gotta clip that soundbite for that. God, hey, thick.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
It's a thick ass boy.
Speaking of that, because I seen it was a post and it was like, imagine you go pull up to a Diddy party and they say you the hoes. You know where they say where the hoes at, and you pull up and they're like you're the hoe. He's like that'd be wild.
Huh?
Yeah, you ever do you guys know who Brockhampton is? That boy group.
No, tell me about it.
Okay, they're a rapper group. They kind of got out in the last end of the SoundCloud era. They were all Kanye West fans. They got together, started a rap group, relatively popular. Their first 3 albums, I think it's Saturation 1, 2, and 3, all really good in my opinion.
Okay.
But they got a image of being a little fruity, you know. And then someone posted a like a text bubble like with their buddy, and it was like, man, I just got invited backstage to Brockhampton. And then the next text was like, man, where the hose at? And then his buddy responded, bro, you the hose.
Man.
Sirski.
What you mean by that?
Let me slowly get out of this room.
Yeah. I mean, all right, we'll talk about that a little bit. We won't dabble too much because a lot of it's hearsay and rumor. But Diddy got a little bit of academics was on his ass. This is all from academics. If anyone has any problem with it, this is academics that did this. So he was going on stream one day and he was going through some of the court documents. I don't know if it was legit or not. Yeah, they could have been fabricated. But apparently it made reference to a rapper that was unnamed that had a sexual relationship with Diddy. And then when he went into the appendices of this document, it described a gentleman of Philadelphia descent, of having had a former relationship with Ms. Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
And the stars kind of aligned and the puzzle piece seemed to fit with a one Mr. Meek Mill.
Dream chaser.
I used to wish for times like this.
Man.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying like this has to be legit, right? You know, because they go through the old Instagram posts that Meek has done and little videos Diddy's taking at his parties and what's up, Daddy? To Meek in the pool. It's kind of weird. You know?
I'm about to say that. He literally was you did that, Daddy. You showed out. You deserve this, Daddy. This all for you.
Yeah.
And Meek Mill looked very uncomfortable in that fucking pool.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't calling another grown man daddy. You don't even call your own dad daddy. Like, hell no. Cause my mama, my mom asked me what would she want PJ to call me. And she like, you want him to call you daddy? I was like, what? I was like, hell no. Why he can't call you daddy? So I was like, do you not understand what you? No, that Diddy Y, hell no.
Daddy is cool until they reach double digits.
No, it ain't cool.
9's the cutoff. 9 is the cutoff.
Because it was a TikTok with somebody said like, "Hey, Daddy." Hey, like he was a teenager.
Cool. I get it.
Hell no, nah. Nope.
9?
9, no, hell no. Nah.
You know they gonna
it's
start
dad,
calling you
Papa, Pop,
misogynistic person on the podcast.
It's dad, Papa. That's it, Senor, whatever you call it.
Senor.
Poppy even worse.
He's a garçon.
Right? Yeah, Poppy's worse. Poppy and Daddy. Hell no, that's not in the vocabulary. Nope, not for a male boy.
Nah, Mexicans do that the opposite way, where if it's a little girl, that's mamas, and then that's the papi,
Yeah.
But that's funny. So what do you have? What you want PJ to call you?
And you call me Dad, Pop, Papa.
Call you by your first name, Eris.
Right, seniors.
Damn.
Yeah. So this Diddy stuff came out academics, and Meek Mill did respond. He did he did a couple posts. I don't think it was on Twitter. Where basically saying like it's weird that everyone's doing this. It's not true at all, you know. But some people weren't convinced.
Yeah.
But
Because when I was looking it up, most of his responses was just like he didn't respond to it, or like he didn't agree or deny it. It just was like him just talking shit. You know, so I was like, "You gonna say no one time, bro? At least once." I could not find him saying that did not happen. So gladly, luckily you found it. But
And then that made me just think about. Remember that song Lil Wayne and Birdman and "Stunning Like My Daddy."
mm-hmm.
I never resonated with that when he kept saying that shit. And that's at a young age. That was at a young age. I'm like, why is he? And then when he said that not his real biological dad, I was like, what the fuck are you calling this? My bad, I ain't mean to curse. Why is you calling another grown man daddy? Like, and keep saying it.
I can understand that. And then that kiss on the lips was wild back then, bro.
Dog. Especially when I found out he was not the biological. Because for the longest, I thought he was like his real dad. And then, you go to 106 Park and they be like, no, they ain't his real father. I was like, what? Mind blown. And then you supposed to be the most gangster person ever.
Exactly. And the way they be talking, they be like, we don't kiss these hoes on the mouth. We don't kiss these bees on the mouth. And you kissing another man on the mouth. I was like, hey, have fun, do you, but hey.
Hey, back then it wasn't like that. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, today it is what it is. It just happened at the wrong time. I just put it like that.
Yeah.
It was ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time. Starting the way.
Clearly.
Okay. So back to Diddy. We're talking about this piece like, you know what other instance of daddy I didn't like?
Bro, that do something to my soul. I do not like it. No.
He said that did not resonate with me.
Did something to me.
Yeah. I think what you're all basically saying is like, I think people expected Meek Mill's response to be a little bit more upset.
Yeah.
You know? Because these are that's a serious allegation, you know. Yeah. To say because Diddy's getting sued by everybody right now. Like everybody's.
He has to step down from Corona. I mean, not Corona.
From his label.
Ciroc. He had to step down from that.
Oh, he did. Yeah. So I mean, like everybody's going after Diddy right now. I mean, he's not guilty of these things yet. Like there has been no trial, but like you don't want to be viewed in the same spotlight as him. Yeah. I think people expected him to be like, oh hell no, like that's not what happened at all. But instead he was like, y'all corny.
Hey, with today's world, you guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, literally, y'all corny, man. Y'all just make up. Y'all just gonna hear him out and that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, say no.
It's like,
well, I do love the Xbox. You know,
there needs to be more exclamation points going on.
Yeah. Say no. I had Cheesecake Factory last week, bro.
What they say, like, guilty by omission? Ain't that's what it is?
Just by like leaving it out and
yeah. If you ain't defending yourself, that mean, hey, you leaving it to everybody's devices.
It's about to be a surviving Diddy in a minute.
Oh, it already is. It's on Tubi.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's either on Tubi or Netflix. I seen it.
Tubi is fast.
I seen that like 2 months ago.
You watched it?
No, I just seen it. The title. It was Surviving Diddy. It's either on Netflix or Tubi. One of the two. It's a red background.
Justin Bieber looks scared.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, that
man,
yeah, he looked terrified.
I think we went down this rabbit hole a long while ago, like at our beginning, like was the behind the scenes, the red curtain.
Yeah, we was talking about the one with him and what's her name again? Christina Milian, whatever her name is.
Christina Milian.
The girl he did that the shit happened to.
That what?
When he settled out of court for her real fast.
Oh, it's on YouTube. No. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, but it's on YouTube. Surviving Diddy.
The Diddler.
It's the top one.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Christina Milian. It was
something with a C, right?
Shit, where the hell is it? Cassie.
Cassie. Okay, I knew it was a C in there somewhere. Yeah.
No.
Usher said some crazy shit too. Like Usher is like the only person that won't admit anything, but he said he saw some stuff that he wasn't supposed to be seeing at that age.
Yeah, he said that. He's said that for a long time.
Yeah.
Which I mean, yeah, he probably shouldn't have. They got him singing
50
about
Cent
some
is the
wild
only
stuff.
celebrity I really trust when it comes to like serious stuff because he don't care. He's the
Hey.
industry bully and he let it all out.
He like, I've been telling y'all about this. Why y'all ain't never listen to me? You want to take me shopping? What the fuck? I'm a grown man. I can
He
pay for
already
my
been
own
shot 9
clothes.
times. What you gonna do to him?
Exactly. He like, I've been there. I lived that life for real.
He got
That
too much
is
money. You ain't about to
crazy.
touch 50. Too much money. Like
Man.
you got the hood businessman. So you got somebody who's been there, who know the underworkings of how everything go. Plus you got the millions backing you, so you kind of like a mob in a way, a
Yeah.
self mob. Oh yeah, you ain't. he let the truth hang out. And what you gonna do?
Bro, he be hitting up everybody, producers, motherfucking actors,
Extortion. I
songwriters.
want it by
Yeah.
Monday. I want my money by Monday.
Man.
That's why he my favorite, man. He on the GOAT status. Mount Rushmore. But
Right,
speaking of
moving
Mount
on.
Rushmore, we got LeBron with the 40K points.
Yeah. Talk your shit, LeBron fan.
That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
Enough
damn.
said.
Okay. You gonna talk about that dance movie bust out?
He did that shit twice. He doing too much. But it's like he trying to be more.
Hip.
Yeah, it's like seeing your the old uncle doing something. You like, come on now, just sit down.
put, put the damn beer up, bro. You're doing
But
too
yeah,
much in the
he
party.
do deserve his respect. But I mean, like you said, I don't know.
Oh shit.
The higher you are, the more people gonna have hate on you. So it don't even matter.
Okay.
What's the phrase? Something that wears the crown. The heavy is the crown. Something like that.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, there you go. So
All right.
he always gonna have hate regardless. So like Jordan people got people that hate on him. You got Kobe that people that hate on him. So if you're great, people gonna hate on you regardless.
Damn. People still hate on Kobe even though he dead. You know how people do the fake respect shit.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
though
because people was like Kobe was a ball hog, Kobe was a cheater, and all that stuff back in his day, and now people want to act like they love him and stuff like that because he gone. So the fake
Yeah.
respect. So
yeah.
Keep that
play
shit
this
going.
game long enough and you great, people get tired of seeing you. That's why people hate Eminem because he was great for so long. They're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, he had his time. Then you got people that's hating on Drake because Drake been out, what, 10, 15 years?
Mm.
People hating on Nicki Minaj because she was the top female artist for her time. And you have sustained greatness, it's bound to have haters and people like, bro, we heard you too much. Go sit down.
Ah.
That's what it
Okay.
is. People tired of seeing greatness, which is sad. So that's my little 2 minute spiel.
I like that.
Close this shit out, E.
We're gonna end real quick with the Avatar: The Last Airbender series on Netflix. James and I both got a chance to finish up this series.
Yes, we did.
Let's give some
How many episodes is it?
spoiler-free results.
8.
It's eight
Yeah.
An
episodes.
hour apiece?
Just about.
Like 45, 50 minutes.
I'll
around
watch it
there,
at
I
work
think.
then.
Yeah. James, what did you think?
I felt like it quite actually was. No, I'm gonna stop playing. Uh, it was pretty decent at max, decent as hell. But if you watch the animated series of it, the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender is so lavish. It's big as hell. It's pretty as hell, and you can't just recreate that live action for real without
Mm-hmm.
having a whole bunch of green screens. So
Mm-hmm.
the whole damn show to me looked like a stage with a green screen all around them. Everything
Mm-hmm.
just looked like it just was not there for real.
Oh,
And
really?
to,
That's where
yes,
you.
to,
That's where your gripe was. Okay.
yeah, it just everything was green screen to me.
The
You had
CGI.
too much CGI. You for sure had a path. Like I even felt like when they was in the wilderness, I felt like that was fake. That
Hmm.
all looked like they had fake trees just planted, here and there. And I couldn't get past everything was too much CGI. But you know, it was okay. It was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Was the storytelling good?
It's not gonna be better than the animated one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The storytelling as far as the live action adaptation, it suffers because it's only 8 episodes. This first season is literally the first book of the animated show.
Yep.
So that was like what, 15 episodes, 20 episodes,
Yeah.
something like that. So like they're condensing a lot of stuff, and I think that's where the show suffers. Like I can look past the CGI and some of the things, but the way it's rushed, like
For sure.
like this
It's
isn't
like
really
2 episodes of a
this isn't
show.
this isn't like a big spoiler, but in the animated series Katara, we see her struggle more than she succeeds when she's learning how to waterbend.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas in the live action adaptation, she just knows how to do shit because she sees other people do something similar, you know?
Yep.
And it's like, oh, she's like already given, her flowers, when in the show we saw her struggle for that shit, and it was more rewarding when you saw her succeed. Whereas in the live action, it's just kind of like, oh, they just kind of let her do this stuff.
For sure. She struggled 10 minutes on one episode, 20 minutes on the next, and now she's fighting the master of the North Pole.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
I was ready for her to get her ass whooped or something because she did not practice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was too much. It was too fast.
Yeah.
But
besides storytelling, I mean, I'm not gonna, don't make it seem like I'm a hater. Like I do enjoy it for what it is. Like it, like a little me would have loved seeing this, like, because this is what the M. Night Shyamalan movie should have been.
Yes.
This is way better than that. But I mean, another thing, I don't want to hammer on it too much because they're kids, but the child actors are not great. There are a couple of them that are exceptions, like the actors that play Suki and Sokka and Zuko. Those are good actors in my opinion, but the other actors, they're kind of lacking. Fire Lord Ozai, he's great. Daniel J. Kim was a good choice. But yeah, I mean, I am looking forward to the next season. Like I do hope they kind of learn from some of the feedback they get, and let's maybe do this next time.
I'm pretty sure they will, because it remind me of if you look at Raising Kanan, the dude that played 50 Cent was a terrible actor in the first season. I'm not gonna lie. He's slowly getting better. He's still a little bad, but he's slowly getting better. So I'm pretty sure if they stay on it how they're supposed to, we're gonna see better performances, in the later seasons for sure.
Yeah,
it was a great difference between season 1 and season 2 with Raising Kanan.
It was.
His voice changed too. Like you can tell he did some vocal lessons because in season 3 his voice is deep as hell.
Yeah,
and he do not sound like that. Yeah.
So
that's the thing with Netflix though, because like you said, like with some shows you can tell like, oh, like they got a coach after this. Like they went and put some work in. Netflix is notorious for canceling stuff after one season, so
yes,
I'm hoping they get a shot to kind of refine it. And but yeah, I am looking forward to it.
Also, a good a praise I do want to give them though, martial art to bending, very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. M. Night Shyamalan had motherfuckers and a pebble to come across. You feel me?
Yeah. I know the scene you're talking about too.
This made it feel like when they flow like this, the element was flowing like that. Like it was nice. It was nice.
And I mean, like to go back to the actors, like they picked these actors based on what they could do physically. Like these kids can do. They're well taught, in martial arts. They can do a lot of these stuff on their own.
Yeah.
But so you can't expect them to be top tier actors, and I get that.
Facts.
That's why I'm saying like give them a shot, to learn the ropes, But yeah.
Are you ready to watch this show, P?
I was gonna watch it anyway because everybody was talking about it, and I wanted to have my own opinion. So next week we'll do a little recap.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
That stupid motherfucker, I'm waiting for it.
I would come in like Mr. Chime Time. These motherfuckers here. The worst show ever. Why did I waste my time? I want my 8 hours back.
Wasted 6 hours of my life watching this bullshit.
Man, I hope.
And then James gonna come back in with Keith Lee. It was a 7 out of 10.
It's not for everybody. Yeah.
Man.
Just let them grow a little bit. A little bit.
You feel me? I'm trying to look at the good part of it.
Remove the CGI. Go out in the world.
For real?
Go to the real Amazon.
Damn.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah.
we are good on time. We will catch everybody next week. This has been Off the Top with Eric, Paris, and Red. I'm one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight were
Your boy P.
It's your boy Red.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Gang, gang.
Gang.
No CGI gang gang.
No CGI gang gang.